Okay, just start with the image in your head. You have this fashion titan, Vera Wang, 74 years old. She's lounging by a pool in a simple white swimsuit, and she completely breaks the internet.
Right. It wasn't just a photo.
No, it felt like this perfectly composed myth-making event.
And it sparked this huge global conversation.
About everything, right? Time, aspiration, and just the sheer power of one perfectly placed photograph. Okay, so let's really unpack this. You provided us with some incredible research detailing that whole viral reaction, the fashion breakdown, and her famously contradictory secrets to looking so ageless.
Yeah, the secrets are fascinating.
They are. And our mission here isn't just to, look at the photo. We want to go past that surface level shock and really get at the branding strategy here.
The machinery behind it.
Exactly. What did that one white swimsuit really expose about luxury marketing today? And I guess the whole pursuit of ageless influence.
Well, what's so fascinating right off the bat is that we're talking about Vera Wang. She's so much more than the queen of bridal wear. She is a massive cultural figure. And her personal image, especially at this point in her career, it carries this immense weight, both commercially and, sociologically.
So when she posts something, it's not just random.
Oh, not at all. It's not just celebrity gossip. It's a calculated projection of the very thing all luxury brands are trying to sell.
Which is?
The defiance of time, the idea that you can beat the clock.
And the setting for the photo was just perfect.
It was.
It hits Instagram on May 27th, 2024, Memorial Day weekend.
The unofficial start of summer.
Right. And the location, the Hamptons, that one detail instantly frames the whole thing as, high society luxury, pure leisure.
It's aspirational before you even zoom in on her. The stage is already set.
And then the reaction that followed was, it was immediate and almost like mythological.
Totally. We didn't just see people liking it. The comments were trying to find a fantasy explanation for what they were seeing.
Yes. People were explicitly comparing her to Benjamin Button.
The character who ages in reverse.
Yeah. I saw direct quotes from fans like, "How is it possible you look like this?" in all caps. Another one said, "Time bows down to you and stops moving."
It's this mystique she creates. Like she's cracked some secret code that the rest of us don't have.
Again, the key piece of evidence, the thing that tells us this was not an accident, was the caption.
The caption is everything.
She didn't just write summer vibes or something generic.
No, she framed the entire image with just 4 words.
My slim errands moment.
And that reference is just. It's the cultural key that unlocks the whole strategy. It elevates the post from a simple, celebrity vanity picture into something else.
Into high art, almost.
Exactly. For anyone who might not know, Slim Aarons was this legendary American photographer.
Right. He was famous for documenting the jet set from the 50s onwards.
His whole thing was, and this is a quote, attractive people doing attractive things in attractive places. His photos are the absolute definition of that effortless, aspirational wealth.
So the strategic genius here is
It's that by invoking his name, Wang immediately bypasses all the fleeting, disposable trends of Instagram and TikTok.
Aha. Okay.
She's instructing her audience and the media on how to interpret this. She's saying, don't see this as a viral moment. See it as a continuation of this timeless, high society editorial legacy.
Wow. So she's framing herself as like a permanent fixture in the history of elegance.
Precisely. She's anchoring a 2024 Instagram post in mid-century cultural history to make the image itself feel eternal.
That's a masterful move. Okay, if you're loving these kinds of breakdowns, make sure you're subscribed. We've got so much more to get into, so let's shift focus to the aesthetic itself. The look.
The look, yeah.
Because it looks so simple. A plain white, square neck one piece, little spaghetti straps. But every choice there was deliberate, wasn't it?
Oh, 100%. Every choice supports that Slim Aarons narrative. Let's start with the color.
The white.
That specific bridal white color is just crucial because it's a direct, even subconscious link right back to her signature brand. The purity, the elegance, the high fashion pedigree of her bridal collections.
So it's reinforcing her core brand identity.
Exactly. It suggests that the same sophistication you'd find in a $10,000 wedding gown just seamlessly applies to her personal poolside look. It's all one consistent world.
And that simple white suit was almost like a a canvas.
It had to be a canvas.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the look was completely maximalist. You can't put that much bling on a busy patterned swimsuit.
Right. And the sources said she was, and I'm quoting here, quite literally decked out in head-to-toe bling.
And we're talking big pieces.
Substantial, yeah.
Yeah.
These huge, dramatic drop earrings that basically touched her collarbones, a big, sparkly cuff bracelet.
And even crystal-embellished Miu Miu slides.
It's that contrast, isn't it? The simple suit versus the extreme wealth of the accessories. That's what makes you start scrolling.
It is. But the real business genius, the commercial reason for the photo, was the product integration.
Okay, here we go.
This is the moment where the high society art becomes retail.
You're talking about the sunglasses.
I'm talking about the sunglasses.
Yep.
Those oversized black sunglasses she was wearing, not just a prop.
No.
They were explicitly promoted, hashtagged as part of the Vera Wang eyewear line.
So the aspiration immediately becomes a commodity?
Instantly. The desire, the envy, that feeling of, how does she do that?
Yeah.
It all gets channeled into something you can actually buy.
It's the essential insight. You might not have the Hamptons house or, her genetics.
Right.
But you can buy the sunglasses. You can buy a piece of the look, a piece of the myth.
And just like that, her personal image is a direct marketing tool for a really accessible part of her massive brand portfolio.
And we should say this isn't a one-off. This is a consistent strategy for her.
Absolutely. Her physique first went viral back in, 2020?
That's right. She was 70 and posted a picture in a sports bra that showed off her abs.
So this ability to generate positive shock, all based purely on her appearance, proves the massive commercial value of the Vera Wang persona itself.
And that's not even the wildest part. We're about to get into her secrets. Stay tuned and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next. Okay, so that covers the visual and the commercial play. But the other part that keeps this whole thing going is the verbal branding.
Mm-hmm.
Her answer to the big question, what's the secret? And her philosophy is so contradictory, it keeps the media talking way longer than a normal answer would.
Yeah, if you look at the sources, her philosophy really has two pillars that seem to completely oppose each other.
Right.
Pillar one is exactly what you'd expect from a titan of industry. Extreme discipline and drive.
Work ethic.
A relentless work ethic. She says her main magic elixir is that work keeps you young and stimulated.
She also talks about good sleep, calls it very restorative.
She does, and she notes that this idea of prioritizing rest is, quote, a very Asian concept. It grounds her advice in culture and rigor.
And she also says she's less worried about her appearance and more about her physical capabilities as she ages, which is a really smart way to frame it.
It is. But then, just when you think you have her figured out, she pivots.
She pivots hard.
And she strategically balances all that rigor with this unapologetic indulgence. And that is what makes her so appealing. She avoids becoming boringly perfect.
And we have to talk about the famous vodka cocktail.
Of course. She says she values having one at the end of the day, and she explains it helps her, quote, transition from a very intense work schedule to a bit of a private life.
It's like a ritual, a boundary.
Exactly. It suggests there's balance, even if that balance includes, hard liquor.
But the things that really make her relatable, the things the media just loves to repeat, are the comfort food confessions.
The McDonald's.
The McDonald's. Admitting she'd, quote, order it every day for 2 weeks straight before stopping.
And the Dunkin' Donuts. She's so specific.
So specific. The cream-filled, sugar-coated one or the pink one with sprinkles.
And that combination
Yeah.
of absolute top-tier dedication and then, an occasional unapologetic vice that is just brilliant branding.
It creates a tension, doesn't it?
A huge tension. I mean, if her secrets were just, kale smoothies and 2 hours at the gym every day.
We'd be bored. It'd be forgettable.
Totally forgettable. The controversial bits, the fast food, the vodka, they guarantee that people keep talking about it. It ensures media engagement.
It also gives the consumer a kind of permission, right? The idea that you can be intense and glamorous and successful.
And still eat a donut.
Yes. You don't have to deny yourself everything.
This raises a really important question, though. Why did this specific image land so powerfully?
I think. Well, what do you think?
I think it's because she so successfully used her platform to project an image of strength, style, and autonomy. The real secret, the real anti-aging mechanism, isn't the vodka or the donuts.
It's the work.
It's the creative passion, the relentless work, and this highly, highly curated public narrative she's built. The diet details are just, fuel for the conversation.
So the ultimate lesson here for you listening is really about the commercial use of this mythology. This deep dive shows that for luxury brands that want long-term relevance, the personal persona of the founder,
When it's consistently leveraged like this.
through aspirational, high-quality myth-building content,
Mhm.
it becomes their single most valuable, most viral asset.
She sells the myth of timelessness.
And the eyewear, the accessories, those are just the little purchasable pieces of that myth.
Which is why that Hampton swimsuit photo wasn't just a picture.
No, it was a multi-million-dollar marketing campaign disguised as a candid moment. But now that she's set this incredible standard of ageless influence for decades, the pressure to keep that myth alive must be just immense.
It has to be.
And she's admitted it. Talking about her 75th birthday this coming June, she said it feels like, and this is her quote, a lot of pressure, though she says she plans to keep prodding on.
That's a really powerful and almost a somber note to end on, isn't it?
It is.
Because we consume the myth. We admire it. We share it. We buy the accessories. But what does it actually cost, in personal pressure and constant meticulous curation to maintain a public myth that basically demands you erase any sign of aging?
That continuous performance. That's the real work, isn't it?
That's the real work behind being an icon in the digital age.
Well, we want to thank you for supplying the comprehensive source material for this really fascinating deep dive into Vera Wang's viral impact and her very sophisticated branding strategy.
Join us next time on The Deep Dive as we continue to uncover the stories shaping culture and commerce.